Sometimes the most powerful, life-changing philosophies aren't buried in some dense 1,000-page book. Sometimes they're hiding in a single sentence. And today, we're going to unpack one that might just change how you see every single person you meet. It's basically a complete logical argument for kindness, just sitting there in plain sight.
So here it is. This is the whole thing, our entire source for this explainer. What's so brilliant about it is that it's a perfect argument in two parts. First, it makes a fundamental observation about the world, and then it offers a direct, logical response. So let's break down that first part.
Okay, so every strong argument needs a solid foundation, a premise, right? And the premise this whole philosophy is built on, well, it's an observation about the human condition that is incredibly easy to forget as we're rushing through our day-to-day lives.
The whole argument kicks off with a word that leaves absolutely no wiggle room. Everyone. It's not just talking about your friends or your family or people you already like. Nope. This includes the cashier who seems annoyed, the person who just cut you off in traffic, maybe even your boss. The stage is set for a universal truth.
And notice, it doesn't say they're having a bad day or are a little stressed out. The metaphor it uses is so powerful. Fighting a battle. I mean, think about that. A battle implies a significant, ongoing struggle. It suggests real effort, real pain, and a challenge that takes serious strength to get through.
And right here, this is the core of it. This is the part we so often miss. These battles are invisible. The person smiling at you could be masking incredible grief. That colleague who seems so confident, they might be wrestling with crippling self-doubt. It points to this huge, hidden gap between the person we see on the outside and the reality of their inner world.
So, the takeaway from this first half is pretty clear, right? We are constantly surrounded by people who are engaged in these major hidden conflicts. Just acknowledging that this reality exists, that's the first step. It's the problem that the second half of the sentence is about to solve.
So, if we accept that premise, that pretty much everyone is fighting some hidden battle, what are we supposed to do about it? Well, the second half of the sentence argues that what comes next isn't just a friendly suggestion. It's the only logical conclusion.
The entire philosophy really hinges on this one word, therefore. This is the word that turns the whole thing from a simple observation into a rational argument. It says, because the first part is true, the second part must follow. It's a word of consequence, a logical bridge.
And here it is, the conclusion, the proposed solution. If the problem of the hidden battle is universal, then our response has to be universal too. And you can see how it deliberately echoes the first part with always and everyone. Just like the struggle itself, the kindness it calls for has no exceptions.
So, this really just boils down to a pretty simple two-step process that happens in our heads. Step 1 is about perception. You have to consciously remember that the hidden battle is real, and it's happening in everyone. And step 2 is the action. Based on that reality, you choose kindness. It's presented as the most logical, rational thing to do.
Okay, so understanding the logic behind it is one thing, but the real test of any philosophy is whether it actually works in the real world, right? This isn't meant to be some neat little thought experiment. It's designed to be a practical guide for every single interaction we have.
And this, of course, brings us to the most important part, you. As you go about the rest of your day, who are you going to interact with? And how might remembering their hidden battle actually change the way you see them, the way you speak to them, the way you act towards them? So we end right back where we began. But now, it's more than just a nice quote, isn't it? It's an entire, actionable philosophy, all packed into about 22 words. It's a reminder to see the unseen battles that are happening all around us all the time. The only question left is, now that we know the logic, what's stopping us from acting on it?